Now, in case you have been living under a rock, honey, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion is coming soon. Okay, it has been such a long time since the show has been off the air. And before I get into this video, I wanted to say first thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. James Avery, who played Uncle Phil, rest in peace. But you have the whole crew reuniting back on HBO Max that's supposed to be airing later this year, because Will Smith on September the 10th, Will Smith posted 2 behind the scene pictures. Okay, the first shot was with the whole original cast, excluding Uncle Phil, of course, and including Daphne Maxwell Reid, who was Aunt Viv number 2. But then there's a second picture with Janet Hubert, okay, the original Aunt Viv that caused all this controversy on the show. He had a picture with her. They're kikiing and stuff like that, which is very interesting. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, okay? I'm actually here to talk about 5 things that you probably didn't know about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air while it was airing. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. But before I get into the video, make sure y'all all hit that like, subscribe button so you can go ahead and be notified when I post another video, because guess what? Your boy is about to be hitting it. So on September the 10th, it has been exactly 30 years Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has debuted, okay? So he said, and he's so excited because there's a family reunion coming soon to HBO Max. We don't have an exact date, but I'm excited because he's even sitting with Janet Hubert regarding the old, I guess, rehashing their past beef. Well, if you all don't really know, there has been a rift, like a feud between Will Smith and Janet Hubert on the show, and it got to the point where she had to leave after the first 3 seasons in 1993. That was replaced by a new Aunt Viv. But this countdown wouldn't really be fun if it was just that secret, right? So it's going to be actually 5 things that you probably did not know about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's get into it. Now, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was aired from 1990 to 1996 on popular NBC network, and it was one of the most top TV shows in the ratings. So number 5, did you guys know that the show was almost canceled and saved by local TV stations? So people have always assumed, the Fresh Prince was always a massive hit. But did you know that the show was basically canceled after its 4th season? It was the first television series to ever have been brought back from cancellation by television station managers begging for them to actually come on, because the show originally aired on NBC Monday nights from 1990 to 1994. But however, by the end of the 4th season, NBC wanted to pull the plug on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, as the new episodes were getting an average of 8.6 ratings. But however, the managers of the local NBA affiliates pleaded to save the Fresh Prince. Apparently, they thought that the program could become one of those super successful shows where people will religiously watch. So to avoid oversaturating the viewers, the station managers agreed to buy the 5th and 6th seasons at a much greater price. So there was not going to be a 5th and 6th season of the show. I was actually surprised when I found out about this fact. I don't know about you guys. So number 4, Will Smith co-stars doubted his acting abilities at first. So, of course, right now, Will Smith is this huge Academy Award winning A-list actor who has won multiple awards for his critical praise. But back in 1990, when he was first starting from becoming a rapper to very little acting experience, he was horrible, y'all. Horrible on his first season, allegedly. Now, according to a few reports, Smith was notorious during the first season of the show for forgetting his lines or messing them up, as well as being stilted and wooden while the cameras were rolling. So many of his co-stars actually doubted Smith's acting chops, including his youngest co-star, Tatiana Ali, who was only 10 years old when the show went into production. So that is in fact that Tatiana Ali has been very doubtful of Will Smith's acting potential during the earliest episodes of the show, and there was a slight tension between them on set. Can you believe that there was a slight tension between Will Smith and Tatiana Ali, a young girl? That is crazy. Who gave her that much opinion and sass as a 10-year-old girl? Now, I'm not here to be messy, but number 3 is Will Smith had huge tax problems. Yes, before getting into acting, he well known as a rapper, having to win a Grammy in 1988, being one of the first people who was awarded for rap music. Now, unfortunately, like young people, he suddenly became rich overnight and he started spending extra money. So it ended up with him allegedly owing the IRS 2.8 million in unpaid taxes by 1990. So agreeing to do the Fresh Prince, it was honestly a well-paying job to get out of debts. He has surrendered about 70% of his pay from the show to the IRS during the first 3 seasons. The IRS also reportedly took a large chunk of money from Smith when the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air got into syndication. So fortunately, he have overcame the tax problems and it was able to get it resolved. But he said in multiple interviews that he largely had to live off the royalties from his music during the show initial run because the tax man was taking all his earnings. Now, make it make sense. In my Monique voice, make it make sense. Okay, so number 2, did you all know that Alfonso Ribeiro was fired after the pilot episode? Yes, now it may sound surprising, but Alfonso Ribeiro was fired by the NBC brass after the pilot episode aired because guess what? The network president at the time did not find him funny and was not fond of his acting ability. So he was worried that the character would be criticized for making fun of white people. Now luckily for Ribeiro, your boy Carlton on the show, the cast and crew immediately drew to him and railed to him to keep him on the show. So he was extremely well liked by everybody, including his best friend, his homie, Will Smith, co-star Will Smith, because they bonded immediately. So he always said in interviews how grateful he was that everybody just helped him get his job back, because when he asked about being fired and rehired, he said that it was a traumatic experience. But last and not least, so can you believe that the show have only received 1 single Emmy nomination? Yes. So all through, this was a high rated show and had multiple critical praises. Like, the show only received 1 Emmy, and that would be for outstanding individual achievement in lighting direction for a comedy series. So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air have never received any Emmys. I cannot believe that. Like, that was so crazy. And it's the fact that they didn't even win that 1 Emmy. I'm like, okay, but at the end of the day, the show will always be iconic for generations for moving forward. The Fresh Prince will always be that show to me. I can still watch reruns all the time and just act like it's brand new and feel like it's a brand new show. That's how iconic that show is. Is there any surprises that you feel like that's on the show, or anything that kind of shocked you? Like, oh my goodness. Let me know in the comments below, and let's go ahead and talk about it in the comment section, because I am so curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. Alright, bye bye. Hey, what's up guys, it's Josiah's World TV. Now if you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified when I post more videos. Bye bye.